Am I not live? Oh my God. Did the slides work though? So I just clicked them. Okay, can you hear me now? Okay. Now you can hear me. Okay, wonderful. Let me get off the phone. Bye. Hello, guys. I'm so sorry. See, that's why I have Tralisha working at Centerville to make sure that you guys can hear me. She said the slides are wonderful, but you guys were not able to hear anything, so I apologize. I have the sound working now. So I'm going to go back to where we downloaded the app, iBrainstorm. Once again, sorry, my name is Frank Garza. I'm a 5th grade teacher here at Stedham Elementary, and I'm joined by Tralisha Strambler, a 4th grade teacher at Centerville Elementary. So if you guys have any questions, or if you can't hear me again, please type them in the chat menu, so that way she can call me and let me know that something's not working. Okay, I apologize for that. See, that's teamwork. Teamwork. We're learning here. Okay, so let's go back to our app, iBrainstorm. We're going to download that app onto our iPads, of course. I'm going to go back right quick. So then, okay, so taking us right back to iBrainstorm. Once you download iBrainstorm, which is going to be through your self-service icon that's on your iPad, as you may or may not know, that the self-service icon is now our district-approved applications that we can download to your iPad and student iPads. So there's no password required for this. You just simply type in the application you wish to download, and if it's been district approved, you just install it and you're ready to go. No password necessary. Okay, so then we'll go to that app store through self-service. Type in iBrainstorm, which will be that orange box with a white pencil. You'll click install, and then you'll click it again once it downloads to your home screen. It'll pop up, and then it'll pop up with some really basic functions. You can slide through those, or you can click the X box, and it'll close that box out and leave you with this screen, which is mostly a white screen with an orange bar at the top. Okay. Then you will see in the middle of that screen of the orange bar, iBrainstorm projects. You want to go ahead and tap there, and it'll drop down that menu of your iBrainstorm projects that you can create with your students. First thing you want to do is click that orange button, not the orange button, but the orange plus sign at the top right to add your project. Your project's name, especially if you have multiple classes, you can put in the periods in there, or certain students' names, whatever works for you. But also notice at the background, we have various options for background. So it can just be a blank screen, or it could also be one of our thinking maps. Basically, all of our thinking maps, if I'm not mistaken, are all on here on the iBrainstorm app. So you can select one of those and help guide the students to, brainstorm, to create a thinking map, basically. Okay, so for this particular presentation, we're going to select the describing thinking map, and we're going to entitle that one our Causes of the Civil War, because that's what we're doing right now, in my class anyway. And I'm going to select that describing thinking map. Of course, you can select what you need for your classroom at that time. And then we're going to tap the Save button on the bottom right. Now, the other 3 group members will do the same to their iPads. This application is, for right now, limited to only 4 collaborators. So I do have my class set up in groups of 4. I think 4 is a good number, but in case you wanted to do more, with this application right now would not be the time. But for smaller group projects, this would be wonderful. So it's for the person who starts off the invitation. So we have our Causes of the Civil War project, our describing thinking map set up, and then we're going to invite the other students to join the group. And this would be the person who initiated the project. Basically, everybody needs to be on the same Wi-Fi connection, which is through Garland ISD. So it works great at school. They can do it at home too, but they have to be on that same Wi-Fi connection. And then all you have to do is see how we have those two smiley faces on the left side of the screen. All we got to do is tap on those smiley faces, and it'll drop down other iPads that are on the same Wi-Fi network that you can invite to join your group. Up to 3, because remember, it's only 4, so the initiator and 3 others. Okay, so then once you invite those other members into your group, all they have to do is click the accept or decline button. It'll pop up a box in their iBrainstorm apps saying, hey, this guy or this girl wants to invite you to join the group to collaborate. And you just simply click accept and you have joined the group. Okay. So now that we have our group going, as you can notice, I don't know if you did or not, but at the top left, remember those smiley faces were a gray and white? Well, now they're orange and white, indicating that there is a group connected to this project. So that's a quick way to know that, okay, I have a connection with other people and we can collaborate. Okay, so now that we have that hard, difficult part out of the way, now we can get to the fun stuff. Anyone in the group can start creating notes or stickies, as it's called here on this application, by simply tapping the orange plus sign at the top left on top of those smiley faces, and it'll drop down that little post-it note. I call them post-its, but the app calls them stickies. All you got to do, of course, as it says, double tap to edit. And then it'll bring up the keyboard. So they're not going to have to write it, because I know I'm not the best, I don't have the best handwriting when it comes to using an app and a touch screen. It's really crazy looking. So the good thing with this is that it does give them a keyboard so it can be neat and legible. And of course, you can customize it. As you see in the bottom left, we have different colors of your post-it or stickies. And on the right side, next to those double A's, you have a plus sign and a minus sign. Those are for increasing the size or minimizing the size of the fonts. I didn't see a way to change the font, but they don't have to do all that. Now, I've selected a particular color and I've typed in my notes. Of course, the causes of the Civil War is the topic at hand. And again, anybody can start this post-it collaboration, you know, and then what I do would be to assign a color to a certain group member. So I know, okay, they contributed this many stickies and they didn't contribute so much. What's going on there? So that way you can separate members from that particular one group. So I selected the purple. I typed in the Missouri Compromise. There was 2, 1850 and 1820. And then what you want to do is press and hold your sticky until it begins to wiggle, just like you would do on your cell phone or tablets to rearrange your icons, your apps. Once it starts wiggling, you can drag it anywhere you want on that screen. Of course, if you made a mistake, you can simply click that orange circle with that white X and it'll delete it. Another way to delete would be to click the eraser at the top, the orange bar. You have your plus sign, the gray pencil, and then it doesn't look like an eraser, but that's the eraser button. And you can delete not only the stickies, but also any drawings. The pencil is for the drawings. Right now, the app as it stands, you cannot share the drawings necessarily at this moment. They're doing something with creating like a stylus to do something with that writing or the drawings. But right now, you're not able to share drawings, but you can share stickies or post-its. Okay. So you just click it and drag it to the circle of your choice, depending on what kind of thinking map you have chosen for the group. Okay, and then now it comes to sharing that particular post-it or sticky that you created with your other members. So the same thing like when we pressed and hold the sticky to begin to wiggle, you want to do that. Only difference is now you want to continuously drag that post-it to the double smiley faces, then release. The reason to continuously drag is that it will place that post-it or sticky onto the other members' iPads in the exact location on that thinking map. Okay? So you have to press and hold and drag it all the way to the smiley faces, because if you release, then it's going to think, oh, you wanted to rearrange it, and now it has a new location, and it's going to put it in a different location on the other iPads. No, no, no. We want to keep it in the exact same location. We want organization as part of Avid, so we're going to stay organized. So we're going to drag it over, press and hold, and drag it continuously to the double smiley faces, and then release once you get it to the smiley faces. And then boom, it'll pop up on the other students' iPads in that same location. Isn't that awesome? Now comes the part where, okay, we have our stickies, we're collecting them. How do we, okay, we had some other members add some content to this. Again, it's Causes of the Civil War. So, you know, we have a certain person that's the green, another person that's the kind of, what is that, pinkish red color. So you can see anybody can start to add their notes to this thinking map or to that blank screen, depending on the choice of your background. So now that once they get everything completely filled out, you know, as far as, you know, and it's not limited. Yes, the thinking map is, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 circles, but you can add more stickies on it, you know, make it your own. But now that your group has completed their project, well, then how do you grade that? Are you going to look at 4 different iPads? Well, no, it's very time consuming. And if you're fortunate to have those iPads all day, that's wonderful, but that's not, that's not always possible for some schools. So all you have to do is take a screenshot of this particular page. Make sure that your iPad is on. You just press the very top button, depending on which iPad you have, and that circle button in the bottom of your iPad at the same time, and that's your screenshot. It'll make a sound like a camera, and then that means it's automatically saved to your camera roll or to that student's camera roll. You know, I would assign a captain and have them screenshot it to their iPad, and then what they do next is they'll open up the camera roll and then select the picture that they just took a screenshot of, and then want to airdrop it to your iPad. Now, airdrop is, I believe, defaulted to on already. So as far as I found out with my students' iPads, they were already on, so they could share with the teacher's iPad or any other iPad around. So all you have to do is simply click the picture that you want to share or airdrop from your camera roll. At the very top of that camera, let me see, let me pull it up. Select a picture. At the very top, you will see, of course, your albums, but then you have a heart, a box with an arrow pointing up, and then a trash can. Once you select the picture that you want to airdrop, you want to click the box with the arrow pointing up. Once you click that, select the iPad you wish to share it with, which it would be named after you if you adjusted that, or it would be just STED07 iPad 02. And then once you click that person you wish to airdrop it with, on their iPad it'll pop up, hey, somebody's trying to share a photo with you. Do you want to accept or decline? And of course you want to accept it, so that way you have something to grade later for your students' work. And that's pretty much it, folks. It's really easy. I mean, you can make it your own and do what you want it to be to serve the needs of your students. I wanted to use it for math, and it's kind of limited for math as far as being able to draw those pictures that we want, but they could still work it out by describing the process, the steps. So you can use it for math, you can use it for science, any subject. I mean, it works for any subject. I love, 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 love this app. And I know Tralisha loves too, and her students. So if you have any other questions, please let us know. We are here to help you out. Here are our emails. And then don't forget to wait to get the link from Tralisha so that you can get your CPE credit. Try this out. Share it with your campus. They're going to think you're the most amazing person ever. I loved it. Pretty easy. Thank you for joining us today, and I hope you enjoyed it.